the biggest thing that's happening in the evolution of chat has really been driven by the success that WeChat had in China. And in China, chat, which has always been important on every computing platform, the internet there started on mobile devices. There wasn't a desktop phase the way that we've had in a lot of Western countries. And so you had this, entire country of 1 billion people coming online all at once, all doing so through a phone, and all using messaging as the first sort of critical way of communicating with each other. And what WeChat saw and took advantage of was that there was an opportunity to bring more than just people into that conversation, but places and things. And so we drew a lot of inspiration from what's evolved with chat in the Chinese market, which is you literally can chat with anything. And so Kik's vision or mission is to connect you with the people, places, and things that matter most to you. And what that's meaning most recently is we and others like Facebook are opening up their platforms and turning them into canvases that brands and businesses can build their own experiences on top of and take advantage of the messaging environment, the social graph that exists, but then build custom experiences within that. There are a lot of brands that are doing really, really innovative things specifically around the idea of chatting with them. And the thing that I find really powerful is that if you think about chat, you're talking about with a buddy list, a short list of people that really matter to you. It's an intimate, personal place. It's not your wall on Facebook or your feed in Instagram. It's much more curated than that. So for a brand to make their way onto my buddy list and stay on my buddy list, the brand has to think really differently about the role that they play in my life. They can't be an intrusion. They can't be something that's a tolerated nuisance. They actually have to become a utility, something that adds value to what it is that I'm doing on a daily basis. So we think that brands and messaging are really, it's an opportunity in a lot of ways to reimagine the role of advertising and the role that brands play in people's lives in a way that is much more positive than some of the things that we've seen in mobile advertising. The folks at Dove have a brand called Quench that's a hair product line specifically for girls and women with curly, frizzy hair. They had a really keen insight. They recognized that in looking at the standard emoji keyboard that comes with any Android or iOS phone, all of the girl icons or emojis that come with it don't have curly hair. They all have straight hair. And so they used a bot to introduce the concept of their product, but also distribute a bunch of curly, frizzy hair emojis that these girls can install on their phones and use in their own conversations. And that sounds cute. Okay, they got to download some emojis and whatever else. Step back from that and think about that through the lens of a 13 or 14-year-old girl who doesn't see herself in the most popular form of expression in her entire peer group. And all of a sudden, here's Dove stepping into that and fixing that problem. That is an emotional connection with that brand that cuts through any other kind of advertising that you've done because you've made her real in the most social environment that matters to her. So, great example in my mind of a brand getting it, finding an insight, acting on that insight in a way that they can truly make a difference in somebody's life.